Today in my studio with me are three very special guests from the movie One Voice. They are Ruth Boland from Pacific Islanders in Communications, who is one of the producers of the movie, and Ms. Kahala Rowe, 2008 Women's Director of the Kamehameha School Song Contest, and Zachary Lum, the sophomore co-ed song directors for the class of 2010. Welcome all of you to my studio. Ruth, One Voice is selected as the gala presentation film at HIF this year. Tell us what this film is about and how it came about.
Yes, well, at Kamehameha schools, there's an annual tradition, a 90-year-old tradition of song contest. And each of the high school classes competes against each other in a song competition. And this competition is broadcast locally on television and has been for many years. But many of the people don't get a chance to see what goes on before that night of competition. So we decided to follow the 10 student song directors for a full year as they prepared for the competition. And we followed them through rehearsals and trips to the neighbor islands, researching their song, and it all leads into the one night of competition where one of them will win, will be selected the winner.
What is the vision of the director, Lisette Marie Flannery? She had made a highly acclaimed award-winning documentary about male hula dancers, and she is making a film about hula in Japan.
Yes, well, Lisette Marie Flannery is a director that we've worked with before at Pacific Islanders in Communications, and she's actually making a hula trilogy. Her first film was about hula on the mainland called American Aloha, and her second film, Na Kamale, The Men of Hula, followed Robert Casimero's halau as they competed in Merry Monarch. And interestingly enough, Robert Casimero is one of the more famous song leaders, who's now a very famous musician. And when we decided to do this project, we really wanted to work with Lisette because she had such a talent. She's an incredibly talented visionary director, but also has such a deep and abiding love and respect for Hawaiian music and Hawaiian culture. And she was absolutely the right choice for the film. The student song leaders and their families were incredibly generous and allowed Lisette and her crew to follow them on the bus, in school, at home, on the sports field, and she really became a part of the Kamehameha Ohana, and was just wonderful to work with. So Lisette is now working on her third film in the hula trilogy, which is Tokyo Hula, and it's about hula halau in Japan. So we're very pleased that she was able to direct this project, and we'll be here in Honolulu for all the screenings of the film One Voice at HIF.
So why is the movie called One Voice?
Well, that's a very good question. The competition that we filmed in 2008 was a celebration of the Hawaiian language. And many people may not be aware that the Hawaiian language was actually banned. And so the competition that year became a real celebration of Hawaiian language and Hawaiian culture. And what you see through the eyes of the student song leaders is that even though it's a competition, it's far more about unifying the class and unifying these students around their culture. So our tagline for the film is One Night, One Chance, One Voice. And we looked at other titles, but that one in particular really stuck. And I think it really does capture, for everyone who is so lucky enough to see it, what the essence of that competition is all about.
Yes, I agree that it is very important to preserve one's cultural heritage. I came from Hong Kong, and it was a British colony when I was growing up. I went to an English school where we were not allowed to speak Chinese except in Chinese class. I understand how the Hawaiian feel. I could not imagine if schools were banned from teaching Chinese. So, what are some of the difficulties you encountered during the production of the movie?
Well, actually, I must say that the students and their families were just a delight to work with, and we didn't have too many production difficulties in filming those scenes. Although the night of the song contest, that was the first year that the local broadcast was ever shot with high-definition equipment. So it was a big challenge just to get the actual song contest itself broadcast on local television, but then when you added in 3 different documentary crews onto the floor of the Blaisdell, when you have all 4 classes competing, 3 directors, all those songs. So we actually had on that night of the shoot, there were 10 high-definition cameras. It was a 10-camera HD shoot, which even, I love saying that because even on the mainland and in Hollywood, people will go, wow, that we pulled that off. But you know, and even as complicated as that was, I've got to say I produced a lot of films, and this film was one of the easiest ones I've ever had to produce, and it really was because of the generosity and the help and the support and the cooperation that we got, not only from the student song leaders and their families, but from all the teachers, all the faculty. We had access to shoot people on campus. They gave us space to shoot them on campus. In particular, I need to mention Auntie Liz Hansen, who probably should have a producing credit on this film, because she, in addition to doing song contests every year, we added this whole documentary film into the mix, and it really did go off without a hitch. So it was a wonderful experience.
So it was a collaboration among a lot of people.
Very much so. Very much a collaboration, and we actually shot the film festival cut of the film is 84 minutes long, but we shot 200 hours of footage. So there is a lot of additional footage which will be on our website and available on the DVD. But we just got some amazing scenes.